Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. To maintain the dignity of today's ceremony, please silence all cell phones at this time. Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am Captain Thier, the Executive Officer, Naval Hospital Lemoore. It is my pleasure to serve as your Master of Ceremonies today. On behalf of Captain Mahoney, Captain Atterbury, and crew of Naval Hospital Lemoore, welcome to our Change of Command ceremony. The ceremony itself is mandated by Navy regulations and marks the passing of total responsibility for the command from one individual to another. It is a custom wholly Navy, without an equivalent counterpart in the Army or the Air Force. This is a time when achievements and milestones reached by Naval Hospital Lemoore during Captain Mary Mahoney's tenure are publicly recognized. But more importantly, it is the last opportunity for Captain Mahoney to address her command, and it serves as a physical mark of continuity in a context of change. The heart of the ceremony is the formal reading of official orders by the relieving officer and the officer to be relieved. Command passes upon utterance by the relieving officer, "I relieve you, ma'am." The officer being relieved responds, "I stand relieved." This simple procedure is duplicated hundreds of times daily throughout the navies of the world as each watch officer passes responsibility to his or her relief. During the arrival of the official party, parading of the colors, and invocation, official party members will remain covered and render honors as appropriate. Military guests are to remain uncovered during the ceremony. Please rise and remain standing through the invocation. Bosun, post the side boys.
Aye, sir. Side boys. Post.
Sound 4 bells. Captain, United States Navy, arriving. Sound 4 bells. Naval Hospital Lemoore, arriving. Sound 6 bells. Navy Medicine West, arriving. Bosun, post the side boys.
Aye, sir. Side boys. Post.
Color guard, parade the colors. gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we wound were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Color guard, post the colors.
Color guard, carried. On. Ready? 2. Right turn.
Chaplain Redmond will now give the invocation.
I invite you to join me in prayer. Holy, wise, and eternal God, creator of all things, giver and sustainer of life, may your name be lifted up. Your presence is requested this day to oversee and to bless the mental leadership for Naval Hospital Lemoore, that would be respectfully shifted from the shoulders of Captain Mahoney and placed on the shoulders of Captain Butler. Please bless Captain Mahoney and her family and show her your favor as she begins yet another journey in service to this great nation. Lord, please bless Captain Adler and her family and grant her wisdom as she leads Naval Hospital Lemoore. In the book of Esther, chapter 4 and verse 14, last portion says this, and who knows whether you have not attained royalty for such a time as this? You gave Captain Mahoney her time at Naval Hospital Lemoore and blessed her according to your will. And now you have brought us Captain Atterbury for your good pleasure to lead us and to bless us with her leadership. Please take up residence and bless this ceremony and everyone who was in attendance and their families. Overwhelm them with your grace, your mercy, your hope, your joy, and yes, your love. I pray this from your heart to theirs, through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the true honor and pleasure of introducing our honored speaker, Admiral Paul D. Perrigan. Admiral Perrigan currently serves as Commander, Navy Medicine West, and as 12th Chief of the Navy Medical Corps. In addition to 10 military treatment facilities and 2 dental battalions around the western U.S. and Pacific Rim, Navy Medicine West is the higher headquarters of the Naval Medical Research Center and all subordinate Naval Medical Research and Development Commands and units around the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, Admiral Perrigan.
Well, good morning. Thank you, XO, and thank you, Chaplain. The hospital Lemoore crew, look great out there. All our distinguished guests, welcome this morning. It's a distinct honor and a privilege for me to be here today as we gather to mark this transfer of authority, responsibility, and accountability from one accomplished naval officer to another. Distinguished guests and family, friends, shipmates, our partners from other healthcare systems in the area, on behalf of the leadership of Naval Hospital Lemoore, Navy Medicine West, and the Surgeon General, I thank you all for being here as we take this time and recognize, as Captain Mary Mahoney passes the reins of Naval Hospital Lemoore to Captain Kristen Adder. First, I want to recognize those, if I don't do this early and I forget, then we'll all be in trouble. I suspect our 2 honorees will mention it as well, but I don't want to neglect to recognize those who've been so crucial to the success of these 2 leaders, specifically Mary's and Kristen's families. Mary's husband Bill, her sisters Kathy and Judy are with us today, and I know that they have been no small part of success that Mary has had, not to mention the development, the growth, and the experience that brought Mary to this place in the first place. So thank you to both of you and to all of you. Also Kristen's family, and it was a delight to be able to meet them and visit with them a bit. We share some Philadelphia roots of one sort or another over time, and so delighted to see them, to welcome them, and to have you here with us. Her husband Al, her son First Lieutenant Christopher Atterbury, and his fiancee Meg. Parents was Bruce as well, to Atterbury, Sister Jackie, and Brother Aaron, his wife. And I invite you all to take a moment in this meeting to do as well, to recognize the families who I know are so proud they're such a big part of how these officers, these leaders, these sailors and shipmates have gotten to where they are. We know how precious families are. They are really the backbone of the military. Professions are hard. As clinicians, as leaders, as administrators, they are hard. And our families inspire us. They keep us motivated. If they're like my family, they keep us humble. And during challenging times, they're usually patient with us. Maybe not always, but most pretty patient with us. And that's a Herculean task. So thank you very much for your presence, for your involvement, for your participation, for your love and leadership and guidance that you supply to these officers. So please all join me in thanking these families. So it was just a few months ago that I had the privilege of visiting here back in January and being in the same space for an all-hands call and got a chance to get around Naval Hospital Lemoore, the clinic, see the places and the faces and the people and what you do, and to get up to Fallon as well. And so I welcome the folks from Fallon who come into town for this important event. And it's a real delight to be back here in Lemoore. The weather's a little different now than it was in January. A little drier, a little browner, a little hotter. but still a real treat to be here. I appreciate the hospitality that you showed me then. More importantly, I appreciate what you do each and every day. The work that you do, the training that you do, the support that you do to one another to make our sailors ready for what our nation bids. Particularly in the aviation community that you serve so aggressively, so well, so responsively. I thank you for that each and every day. And I appreciate the work that you do and how you challenge us to ensure that we continue to support you, because that's really what it's all about. One of the most rewarding milestones and positions that can be held in the Navy, or really in any branch of service, is that of a commanding officer. At times it can be difficult. At times it can be lonely. But it's an opportunity to lead, and importantly, an opportunity to influence at a larger level, at a broader scope, and in ways that influence individual sailors, individual Marines, individual family members, individual civilian staff, and contractor staff, and partners of all sorts. The CO has that opportunity to influence and shape the path forward for each of you, for the command, and in executing the mission. It's that distinguishes the role of a commanding officer. It's also the ultimate vote of confidence from those above you to place you in this position, a position of immense personal satisfaction and at times immense personal challenge. It takes a unique individual, one that starts with credibility. Credibility in their training, credibility in their primary field, then credibility in their service, and in their leadership, and in their positions. And then building upon that with confidence, passion, humility, and a certain amount of fortitude. Those are the elements that it takes to take charge of a command, whether that's a squadron, whether it's a battalion, whether it's a research center, whether it's a hospital. You've had the opportunity, I trust, to take a look at the bios in the program. And in particular, if you look at Captain Mahoney's bio, you'll see the scale of her experience and assignments. As a graduate of Petersburg General Hospital School of Nursing, and then on to various commands, including, to name some, the National Naval Medical Center, Bethesda, we still call it by its full name now, the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center at Bethesda, and you had time there early in your career. USNS Comfort in support of Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm, U.S. Naval Hospital in Guam, Naval Health Clinic, Pax River. Nobody really says Pax River, we know what that is. Naval Ambulatory Care Center in New Orleans as the OIC, or officer in charge. U.S. Naval Hospital Sigonella as the director of nursing, and as executive officer at Naval Health Clinic Hawaii before coming on to here. So you can see the breadth and the scope and the worldwide distribution that Captain Mahoney has held in her assignments. And throughout those assignments, you can see evident excellence in her both personal and team achievements wherever she went. There's also development in those assignments of dedication, expertise, professionalism, and a passion for leadership that you were able to take advantage of here while she was CO at Naval Hospital in Lemoore. She brought those traits here to her time, and I know that she would be quick to attribute to you, the crew, and not to herself, the breadth of accomplishments and successes that have been achieved over the last 2 years. But I do want to highlight these for a moment. They are your successes, but they came with Captain Mahoney at the helm and leading. You achieved fully medically ready status for hospital staff at 92% and 85% for NAS Lemoore lieutenant commands, the highest fully medically ready status reported to date and resulting in such high state of operational readiness for the sailors that you care for and for Lemoore as a command, that you were able to support 8 deployment types to various locations, everywhere from Pacific Partnership to the Role 3 facility in Kandahar, Afghanistan, with your people. You generated readiness, you provided readiness, and you produced readiness in the sailors of enhanced Lemoore and have found in monitoring. You focused on population health, establishing some innovative action plans contained out in town, Jerusalem network, at a cost of time and money, but most importantly, a cost of time for our sailors, for our beneficiaries. You identified an opportunity to establish a partnership with the Naval Medical Center in San Diego and brought aboard some specially trained physician assistants and also arranged some called circuit riding or cross leveling. So you had some EMT folks here periodically, and importantly, you really broke some new ground in areas of telehealth technology to deliver primary and specialty EMT care for 1,000 patients. Saving money, yes, but improving patient satisfaction and reducing that amount of time that our folks are lost away from work and can get their care here. We improved a variety of treatment options and access to care by forming new partnerships with our Veterans Affairs Network. Gaining approval for joint sharing agreements for inpatient mental health, orthopedic surgery, both here at Naval and Reno, and you leveraged additional partnerships with the VA, expanding resource sharing arrangements in multiple areas, including inpatient mental health, gynecologic surgery, sleep studies, and I hear the sleep lab is coming along well, and training to maintain currency for your sailors to keep their inpatient and surgical skills advanced. You supported orthopedic resource sharing, utilizing your sole orthopedist and your general surgeon to provide care at Memphis, another partner, and really bringing additional care capabilities and satisfaction to your beneficiaries. Your public health director was renewed, regenerated, reestablished, and by filling quite a number of civil service positions, you really met the needs of our local commands in the areas of public health and improving readiness in the areas of occupational health, industrial hygiene. This is particularly as important as I don't know if there's anybody in the room who's not aware of the expanding presence of the F-35 Charlie Joint Strike Fighter coming to So key pieces of preparing for and serving the sailors and families in this area. Navy Medicine West itself has recognized the Naval Hospital Lemoore for some best practices in areas of audiology and occupational health, and for their performance in various inspections and evaluations. Not only that, $2.5 million nearly of special projects executed, establishing the new family and beneficiary orientation program that provided great orientation and outreach ability using not only social media, but face-to-face outreach for those who are new to the Lemoore area, helping to ease their transition. You allowed your staff to take the reins and bring your access time or appointment availability down from 0.7 days to 0.42 days. Now that may not sound, that's not like kind of decimal point rounding sort of thing, but that makes a big difference. That's cut almost in half the time it takes for somebody to get their appointment, their primary care appointment, with that third next available possibility for best practice access to care standards here across Navy Medicine West are found in Naval Hospital Lemoore. And your ability to perform partnerships here and in Fallon have provided the care that's needed in some remote places for our sailors, their families, and for the units and the commands. Many of them are very transient in their occupation of some of these locations. And that's a challenge to control because they're not stable populations. You should be as proud as I am of the contributions of the Naval Hospital Lemoore in making not just to Navy medicine, but as I've mentioned before, to the readiness of our sailors. And that's what's so key. So as you depart the command today, please accept my sincere thanks for your contribution. We've had the honor, I've had the privilege of working together with you for only 6 or 7 months when I came to the Navy Medicine West, I came back to the Navy Medicine West. But it's been a real pleasure. I appreciate what you've done, and I appreciate your leadership. So Naval Hospital Lemoore and its crew will now turn to another excellent leader and medical professional to assume the responsibility of commanding officer. Kristen, welcome to California. We're glad to have you remaining in the Navy Medicine West family, having come from your role as XO at Naval Hospital. As you take the reins from Mary as commanding officer, you must continue to inspire this crew, to guide and motivate this team to even greater achievements. As many wonderful things as Mary has done, and to take nothing away from them, I think she would agree that there's always more to do. There's always some things left. There are things we uncover as we improve. There's something else underneath that needs our attention. So there's plenty to do. It's not all done as much as we appreciate and are grateful for what Mary has done. Invite you, in fact, I urge and implore you to approach the privilege with humility, with dedication, and importance. Again, I thank you all for being here today. This is a day of congratulations. It's a day of celebration. It's a day to honor the work of leaders. But in all honesty, it's a day to thank you and to honor Naval Hospital Lemoore, what you do for the people you serve. Thank you all for being here, and congratulations to both of you.
Thank you, Admiral Carlson. Captain Mahoney, please join Admiral Carrington at center stage. Will the guests please rise for the presentation of the award? Attention to award. The President of the United States takes pleasure in presenting the Legion of Merit to Captain Mary A. Mahoney, Nurse Corps, United States Navy, for service as set forth in the following citation. For exceptionally meritorious conduct in the performance of outstanding service while serving as Commanding Officer, Naval Hospital Lemoore, California, from July 2015 to June 2017. Captain Mahoney demonstrated unwavering vision and proven leadership while providing high-quality, safe patient care in support of the Navy's largest master jet base and its 35,000 beneficiaries. She led her command to achieving a fully medically ready status of 85% for 41 tenant commands, resulting in an unprecedented high state of operational preparedness. Her proactive, focused approach led to decreasing appointment, availability, access, wait times by 40%, routinely achieving the best access to care standards within Navy medicine. Skillfully leveraging technology to its fullest potential, she increased patient enrollment to secure messaging by almost 5,000, resulting in greater use of virtual appointments and improving patient satisfaction. She utilized multiple technological modalities via direct telehealth care portals with Navy otolaryngology surgeons, saving $238,000 in the first year of use. She also implemented the asynchronous use of the Health Experts online portal, allowing the expansion of patient services and reducing network costs. Committed to patient safety, she implemented multiple culture of safety initiatives, increasing overall patient safety reporting by 25% and ultimately leading to a 68% increase in near-miss reporting. In addition, she orchestrated the creation of joint sharing agreements for inpatient mental health, orthopedic surgery, and corpsman staffing between Naval Hospital Naval Branch Health Clinic Fallon, and the Reno, Nevada Veterans Administration Hospital, resulting in timely, convenient health care and valuable skills sustainment. By her dynamic direction, keen judgment, and loyal devotion to duty, Captain Mahoney reflected great credit upon herself and upheld the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. For the President, signed C. Forrest Faison III, Vice Admiral, Medical Corps, United States Navy, Chief, Bureau of Medicine and Surgery. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Commanding Officer, Naval Hospital Lemoore, Captain Mary Mahoney.
Good morning, and thank you for being here. I would like to welcome our Captain, Captain Crawford, family, friends of the Naval Hospital Lemoore. Before I start, I want to thank a few people. First, my husband, Bill. Without you by my side, I know I cannot do my job. There were hours that were sometimes long and phone calls that came in at unexpected times. But through all the ups and downs, you've always been here by my side. Sometimes I'm here for me to rant and rave into you. Someone who could critique my writing and thoughts, and always a sounding board when I have to talk things through. Just a little note, Bill enlisted in the Air Force in 1974 and rose through the ranks before retiring in 2005. He's been supporting me in my career since then. Little did he know he would be part of the Air Force and Navy for the next 43 years. It's been 7 moves for us as a couple, but he's no move under his belt before I met him, but a couple more, Bill, and then you get to call the shots on the last place we call home. I want to thank my sisters, Kathy and Judy, who made it all the way through all of my duty stations and are my biggest cheerleaders. Thank you for being here today. You never know what will happen when the 3 of us are together. I also want to thank dear friends who've come out. Susan Tessie, we were both stationed in, well, actually the 3 of us were stationed in Guam together, and then of course in Sigonella. Colleagues, Captain Young, Captain Brooks back there, I see you. Chief Craig Coombe, thank you. We were stationed in Hawaii. I want to thank each and every one of you. I've always talked about having mentors, and I wish to introduce a mentor that I've known since my first duty station, Captain Ann Diggs, Navy Nurse Corps retired. Ann has guided me and mentored me throughout my career. She moved me from the inpatient to the outpatient setting at Bethesda, and it was probably the move that took me onto this path. So thank you, Ann and Bob, for being here today. She retired recently, as I said, and I expect I will get to see her more often now that we're off to Northern Virginia. 2 people I know who so wanted to be here today are Kevin and Karen Calanta. While they're not here physically, I know they're watching, as I think Judy's going to video. Kevin has been another mentor who really knows the people piece, and he's also the one I've learned from and subjected my directors to some really bad jokes or riddles during our BOD meetings. You can thank him through the camera. And Karen has been another sister who's been a sounding board and gave me such great advice and knew how to take care of her Navy family. I learned much from her while in Hawaii, and I want to say thank you, Karen, you mean the world to me. To the crew of Naval Hospital Lemoore, as we usually start out in quarters on Friday, I want to wish you a happy Friday. As always, you look sharp, and I'm so proud of you. Thank you, Crystal, and the Sounds of Freedom for the music today. And as always, to our color guard, great job. So where do I start in trying to wrap up 2 years? Looking at guidance, it says 8 to 10 minutes. But Stella gave me 15 minutes, so I'm going to try and do this in less than that. Admiral Perigin, Captain Atterbury, I want you to know you have an amazing crew here who continue to deliver the highest in quality care in the midst of an ever-changing environment. You're adaptive, flexible, and resilient to keep our Navy and Marine Corps families ready, healthy, and on the job. During the last 2 years, they've answered the call, whether aboard the Mercy during Pacific Partnership, MRSEX, deployed to Kandahar in the Role 3, supporting our warfighters, being a part of the team supporting the JPAC mission, and supporting operations in the AFRICOM AOR. While there were those who deployed, there were those who were here that were the team that took care of the patients here at Lemoore, Fallon, and Monterey. They were our active duty, GS, and contractors. Together as a team, from the civilians who serve as our anchor to the military that come and go, we have called Lemoore home. We've welcomed Navy babies to their family, created memorable moments to include fun events such as our own CSAT, putting on an incredible haunted house at Halloween for the base, celebrating Thanksgiving with our own Turkey Palooza, maybe a flying pig here or there, Christmas caroling by the boardroom, and yes, even our own angry elf. We supported each other during times of laughter and heartache. We've said farewell to Mr. Davis. We congratulated a number of civilians and military who retired and welcomed new staff members into our fold. Through it all, there always seemed to be cake. With dedication and teamwork, the crew has achieved, as the Admiral said, 4th out of 27 in HEDIS measures. Not satisfied with the number, the staff continues to nip at the heels of those just ahead, and I know they will succeed. This started out as a Tiger team, but it moved to sustainment, where it's now part of the work that we do every day. Meeting the commander's priorities, the Admiral talked about our readiness, and I am extremely proud of that, but also of our dental team who continue to pursue excellence and are at 95% operational dental readiness and 55% on the Dental Health Index. We know the business of delivering health care is more than our four walls. It includes partnerships with United Healthcare, Hanford Adventist Medical Center, Valley Children's Hospital, David Grant Medical Center, the VA systems at both Fresno and Reno, as well as other centers where we may refer our patients. However, our partnerships are not always about being there in person, but leveraging technology with our sisters and sister MTS, like Medical Center San Diego for tele-ENT and teledermatology, and Naval Hospital 29 Palms for tele-behavioral health. Our partnerships continue to grow as we find more opportunities to be good stewards of the resources we have, not just in the delivery of care, but also in the ability to increase our skill sets. While we have a sharing agreement between Fallon and Reno, we also have an agreement in skill sustainment for corpsmen in Fallon to better prepare them for future assignments. 2 of our corpsmen there recently completed their clinical rotation through the Reno VA, paving the way for more corpsmen to do the same. Leveraging partnerships with Fresno VA, our team has expanded resource sharing for GYN surgery, inpatient mental health, sleep studies, and training to maintain our currency for inpatient and advanced surgical skills. Our partnerships are key when our orthopedic surgeon and general surgeon are able to do more advanced cases at Adventist Medical Center in Hanford, which allows them to maintain skills while expanding services for our beneficiaries. We're working at opportunities with David Grant Medical Center for both patient care and clinical rotations. Our SAR techs at Fallon, along with the flight surgeons, have an eye on partnership with Renown Medical Center to enhance their skill sets. In addition, when there are opportunities here at Lemoore, we will look to host students where we are also able to teach partnering in optometry and dental hygiene. Thanks to the medical homes and a certain commander who told a certain admiral Game on, relay health has increased, and while we're not there yet, we have to move the dial continually to get to where we will be in first place. The biggest thrill yet is moving towards the urgent care center, which has been a huge quality of life satisfier for the Naval Air Station Lemoore community. And I look forward, Captain Atterbury, to your ribbon cutting in the not too distant future. There have been a lot of good news stories and accomplishments. We've had the opportunity to highlight some people, such as the 2015 Senior Pharmacist of the Year, the 2015 Pharmacy Technician of the Year, 2015 Civilian Pharmacy Tech of the Year, as well as the HM3 Padilla Award. And we were able to meritoriously advance 3 members last year. We just recognized our Beneficiary Counseling and Assistant Coordinator as BCAC of the Year. And this year, we are able to meritoriously advance 6. And I would like to introduce them now. Will the following please stand? H.N. Price. H.N. Tanner. H.N. Bernard. Agent 3 Franklin. Agent 3 Gillum. Agent 2 Guerrero.
Atterbury, Nurse Corps, United States Navy. Subject, Orders 0677, when directed by Reporting Senior, detached in May 2017 from duty as Executive Officer, Naval Hospital Yokosuka, and report in June 2017 to Naval Hospital Lemoore as Commanding Officer.
Applying the command pin to Captain Atterbury are her husband, Lieutenant Commander Al Applewhite, and her son, Second Lieutenant Christopher Atterbury. Ladies and gentlemen, Commanding Officer, Naval Hospital Lemoore, Captain Chris Atterbury.
Thank you, Executive Officer. Rear Admiral Merchant, Chief of Staff, leaders from Naval Station Lemoore, and staff of Naval Hospital Lemoore, hospital directors, distinguished guests, family and friends, our regional partners, thank you for attending the ceremony marking today's change of command for Naval Hospital Lemoore. I'm honored and humbled by your presence here today. Upon selection as the prospective commanding officer, I recognize that I've been given stewardship over a remarkable Navy medicine command. You, the extraordinary staff of this hospital, have contributed to the incredible reputation as acknowledged by our senior line and Navy medicine leaders. It is an absolute privilege to stand before you as your commanding officer. Admiral Peregrine, I would like to thank you and the Navy Medicine West staff for a warm welcome re-entry to Navy Medicine as one of the commanding officers. I'm grateful for the opportunity to lead Navy Medicine's role in this strategically important mission to provide care for those entrusted to us, our nation's heroes and their families, guarding the health of the fleet in support of the master jet base of Naval Air Station Lemoore and our sites in Monterey and Fallon. Our priority is to ensure the health and readiness of the operational forces, pivotal to the training and operational support to maintain the nation's air superiority in its role in our national security. Captain Mahoney, Mary, thank you and your husband Bill for the kind welcome you've shown me and my family. And thank you for the immediate support when I first learned that I was selected as the next commanding officer. For this exceptional hospital and your continued support over the last couple of weeks. Congratulations on an exceptionally successful tour as evidenced by the command's accomplishments. You have ensured mission focus and readiness and health, and have laid the foundation for growth to align with the scope of the mission for Naval Air Station Lemoore. Please accept my best wishes as you prepare to assume your role at the Bureau of Medicine and Surgery. I'm sure you will continue to serve the Navy well in your future. I would also like to personally thank those involved in planning today's event. The outstanding staff of Naval Hospital Lemoore, under the leadership of Lieutenant Randalls, C.G. Richardson, our color guard, soloists, side boys, and the many others who were both in front of and behind the scenes to ensure a seamless event. I would like to thank the Executive Officer, Captain Greg Thier, and his wife Jill, Captain Beth Levitsky and her husband Lee, Mrs. Stella Rodriguez, for their warm welcome upon our arrival and your hospitality throughout our transition. Sir Isaac Newton once said, "If I have seen further than others, it is by standing on the shoulder of giants." There are many phenomenal leaders I've had the opportunity to serve under and alongside throughout my career that in one way or another have influenced my leadership, and I wish to thank them for their mentorship and their wisdom that have remained with me throughout the years. Rear Admirals McCormick Boyle, Bruce Gillicamp, Elaine Wagner, Betsy Niemeyer, Commanding Officers Captain Duke Crawford, and Captain Rosemary Malone, former directors who moved on to become commanding officers and other leaders, Captain Rick Friedman, Captain Bart Comfort, Captain Carroll, and Captain Zink. Command Master Chief Lord Rucker, all leaders who set the example for servant leadership. CMC Rucker, I am absolutely thrilled that Rear Admiral Peregrine selected you as Navy Medicine West CMC, where you will be in a position to impact the lives of many sailors throughout the region. With deepest gratitude, I would like to acknowledge my family for their profound influence on me throughout the years. I can honestly say that I would not be standing here if it were not for their love and support. Since August 24th, 1989, when I took my first oath of office, my family has stood by my side unconditionally and unequivocally. Joining me today are my parents, Mr. Wilson Atterbury, United States Marine Corps veteran, Mrs. Betty Ann Atterbury, my mother, my sister Jacqueline, my brother Aaron Atterbury, an Army veteran, his wife Adrian, all who traveled from Philadelphia, Virginia. To thank you for your love and support just doesn't seem to be enough. My husband, Lieutenant Commander Al Applewhite, who partnered with me on this journey many years ago, thank you for keeping me focused and grounded and reminding me of what's important. Most importantly, thank you for being my anchor. I love you all very much and look forward to beginning this chapter with you. I'm extremely proud to have with us today our son, Second Lieutenant Christopher Atterbury, United States Marine Corps, stationed at 29 Palms, California, with his fiancée, Maggie. Chris, you've been in the military your entire life, experiencing the challenges of serving as a family member and now in uniform. And we are incredibly proud of you and your choice to serve. We wish you nothing but happiness and continued success as you begin your military career and your life together. To our healthcare partners in the region, thank you for what you do for our patients, our military and their families, to ensure a seamless delivery of the highest quality of care at the right time and in the right setting. To our line leaders, I look forward to working with you to ensure the highest state of readiness for our forces so they are ready to deploy and fight tonight. And last but certainly not least, to our Lemoore staff, our active duty and our civilian workforce and families. You play an important role in Naval Hospital Lemoore's mission of ensuring health and readiness of those entrusted to us. Thank you for your gracious welcome you've extended to me and my family. And I look forward to the journey ahead. As we serve in dynamic times, we must ensure a medically ready force and a ready medical force, able to respond at a moment's notice to protect our nation's interests. Thank you for all that you've done to contribute to our mission, what you do each and every day, and what we will do together tomorrow. You're an incredible team and have already impressed me, and I'm honored to serve with you and be part of Lemoore's history of providing exceptional care to the warfighters and their families. Naval Hospital Lemoore, let's get underway. Executive Officer, all standing orders and instructions remain in effect until otherwise directed. Take charge and carry out the plan of the day.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Please rise for the benediction and remain standing for the departure of the official party.
Please join me in prayer. The blessing from Numbers, chapter 6, verse 24 through 26. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance on you and give you peace. Amen.
Post the side boys.
All right, sir. Sidewalks. Left. All right. Face.
Sound 4 bells. Naval Hospital Lemoore, departing. Sound 4 bells. Captain, United States Navy, departing. Bosun, post the side boys.
All right, sir. Sideways. Hold.
Guests, please remain in place until the official party and family members depart.